All right, guys. Comic-Con 2016, of course, is well in full effect. We are on the packed floor of the convention center. We are stopping by Stern Pinball to pay a visit and talk about some of the new machines they have. I am here with Jody Dankberg. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
No problem. And what was your title at Stern Pinball?
I'm the Director of Marketing and Licensing.
Very cool. Have you enjoying the con so far? Or?
I love Comic-Con. It's like Christmas, you know. It's Christmas in July. It's really great.
Is it back at headquarters? Like, we need someone to go, and you're like, me.
I always volunteer first, and then I always get to bring somebody with us, so we have like a little contest, little pinball tournament, so you can come with me.
Oh, nice. So we have 3 new machines. It look like. Can you tell us about them, a little bit about them?
Yeah, like starting at the back there, we got our new Spider-Man Vault editions based on the Ultimate Spider-Man comic books. Really gorgeous art, some great sculpting. Machine based on the original classic franchise Ghostbusters. It's really doing well for us, getting a great response from it. Has a really amazing art package by a guy named Zombie Yeti. Blue Ribbon machine that we just debuted the other day. Art by Dirty Donnie, and
he did the work. I remember he did the work for the Metallica one, right?
He did do the work for the Metallica one, and he's actually working on another game for us right now. We're really excited about it.
Ah, very cool. So it looks like this one just caught my attention first, even though we had Spider-Man and Ghostbusters being at Comic-Con, but for not because of beer. No, not at all. We're very sober here at Comic-Con. But it reminds me very much of the classic games, maybe about, I want to say 70s maybe?
Yeah, you know, 70s, early 80s era. This was based on an older model, and it's got that real cool vintage throwback to it. It's got the scoring reels, it's got a one-level play field, short flippers, and it's really a challenging game and really a different playing experience than our more modern games.
Yeah, so especially right now with younger people today, it seems like that'll be a little more challenging to them to.
Well, even for older people like myself.
Yeah, I tried it. It's very addictive. Ghostbusters one, was it? Did they approach you, or did you guys approach the studio?
You know, we have a lot of great relationships with a lot of the big studios for years. We've been around for 30 years, and Sony has always wanted us to do a Ghostbusters machine. And we were finally able to say, yeah, it makes sense at this time to do one. And we thought, do the classic Ghostbusters that everybody loves and knows, and kind of timed it with the new franchise that's come out, and it's been great.
Yep. And of course, with Spider-Man, we got Marvel. Is that going through? Do you have to go through Disney first with that, or Marvel itself is fine? Or
Marvel, they're all kind of under one roof. But we again, long relationship with Marvel, and we do tons of stuff with Marvel. We've done Spider-Man, Iron Man, Avengers, X-Men. We're working on some new stuff with them now. They're really probably one of the best licensing partners we have.
Oh, very cool. Of course, we talked about earlier. A couple of years ago, you guys did debut the Metallica one here. Are you guys any work with any other bands for doing something? Or?
Absolutely. So since Metallica, we did our Kiss game, and we have about, I'd say, 2 or 3 more band machines in the works right now. So rock and roll and pinball kind of hand in hand.
But Kiss putting their name on something is very rare.
It is pretty rare.
And how about like Ghostbusters here? Iron Man. You talked about a lot of the big Marvel heavies. Is there any franchise you guys are or a fantasy franchise you guys would want that's kind of seems maybe not impossible, but maybe a little bit out of reach?
You never know. I was telling somebody yesterday, we always wanted to do Harry Potter. What a great property to do. Cool
I can imagine
castle, right? And it would just look really cool, and good versus evil and stuff like that. So maybe one day.
And that'd be awesome. I could, with what you guys do with these machines, like it could be probably the trippiest machine I've ever seen.
Yeah, it could be great.
So what have you been, any of these that you feel you've been more addicted to than the others?
I got to be honest. I've been playing a lot of this PBR machine, and I think it's because it's such a different experience. I have a Metallica at home, and I get to play all the games at work. But this PBR game is really fun. It's got a really cool soundtrack by this band Red Fang. It's funny. The speech is funny, and it's just sometimes it's cool to have a different experience.
Yeah, and have other companies approached you to do this? I know this is from Pabst, but has any other corporate?
A lot of corporations and brands looking to make their own games. This Pabst one is our first venture into the private label, and we expect to be growing that business.
And so these ones for the private labels, that mean they're just doing it for their own little things, or?
Exactly. It won't be sold through our distribution. It'll be through Pabst Blue Ribbon, and they'll be using them for sale, for promotion, for events, and all sorts of fun stuff.
Have you guys seen, has there been a rise, like with Stern and now getting a lot of the licensing, has there been almost kind of a rise in the popularity of pinball again? Because it kind of lulled after a while with the fighting games and the regular video games and consoles.
Yeah, there was a little bit of lull between the late 90s and the late 10s, or the late zeros.
I think the aughts or something call it, 1,000.
And we came in around 2008, 2009, kind of changed our business model a little bit. We're appealing to different markets now. So there's different people playing pinball now. There's people collecting them in their homes. There's people that have rec rooms that want to have games. And then there's the whole barcade scene that's coming back where, they got craft brews and a bunch of old 80s games and pinball. We're definitely seeing a big resurgence. I think we're getting close to the tipping point where pinball is going to become pretty mainstream again.
Yeah, if I remember right, rating right, I think you guys right now were the only pinball or maybe up to now we're the only pinball machine company.
For a while, we were the only one in existence. There's a couple other boutique manufacturers out there that are doing a great job, and more pinball, better for everybody.
Very, very much so. So once again, guys, Comic-Con 2016, go check out Stern Pinball, Ghostbusters Ultimate Spider-Man based on the Ultimate, and also, of course, the Pabst Can Crusher. Go check out your local arcade, barcade, wherever you can. Thank you very much for coming by, or for having me come by.
Thank you for you coming by.
Yes, there we go. Sorry, it's still the morning one.
First interview of the day.
Yeah, first interview of the day, guys. Thank you very much.